the dentist.
Every morning, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Today, Peppa and George are going to the dentist.
Peppa, George, are you ready to go for your checkup?
I'm too busy for a checkup. I'm having a tea party with Teddy. Yes, we're very busy.
We all need checkups to make sure our teeth are clean and healthy.
OK, Daddy. George, are your teeth clean like mine?
It is George's first visit to the dentist.
You both have lovely clean teeth. I'm sure the dentist will be very happy.
Peppa and George are at the dentist's, waiting for their checkup.
Waiting is boring.
This magazine's very interesting. It's all about potatoes.
Peppa, George, the dentist will see you now.
Hooray!
This is Dr. Elephant, the dentist.
Hello, Peppa. Have you been brushing your teeth?
Yes, Dr. Elephant.
Good. Now, who's first?
I'm first because I'm a big girl. Watch me, George.
Sit in the chair, please. Hold tight.
Whee!
Open wide, please.
Ah!
Wider, please.
Ah!
Now, let's take a look.
Dr. Elephant uses a little mirror to look at Peppa's teeth.
I hope you haven't been eating too many sweeties, Peppa.
It is quite difficult to speak when your mouth is wide open.
There, all done. What lovely clean teeth.
She takes after me.
Can I have the special pink drink now?
Yes, but don't drink it, Peppa. Spit it out.
George, now it's your turn. No.
George does not want it to be his turn.
Maybe you can hold Mr. Dinosaur while the dentist looks at your teeth.
Grrr, dinosaur.
Very pleased to meet you, Mr. Dinosaur.
It's not a real dinosaur. It's made of plastic.
Hold tight. You're doing very well, George. Now, can you show me your teeth?
George does not want to show the dentist his teeth.
George, open wide like this. Ah! Ah!
Ah, there they are. All done. You have very strong, clean teeth, George.
Are they as lovely as mine, Dr. Elephant? Ah!
Yes.
George is very proud to have clean teeth.
George, don't forget the pink drink.
Oh, but wait! What's this?
What's wrong, Dr. Elephant?
George has clean teeth, but this young dinosaur's teeth are very dirty.
Oh, no. Dr. Elephant is very cross with Mr. Dinosaur.
Not at all, Peppa. It's my job to make teeth clean. The water jet, please, Miss Rabbit.
The dentist uses water to clean Mr. Dinosaur's teeth.
The polisher, please, Miss Rabbit. This will be a bit noisy.
Dr. Elephant polishes Mr. Dinosaur's teeth.
Pink, pink.
That's right, George. Mr. Dinosaur needs some special pink drink.
Gosh, what shiny teeth you have, Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Too scary.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur, especially now he has nice clean teeth.
George catches a cold.
Today it is raining a little bit.
Peppa, George, put your rain clothes on.
When it rains, Peppa and George must wear their rain clothes.
Yuck.
George does not like wearing his rain hat.
George, you must keep your hat on.
Why?
Because you must keep dry.
Why?
Because you might catch a cold.
Why?
George, do you want to play in the garden? Then keep your hat on.
Come on, George.
Peppa and George are going to jump in muddy puddles.
Yuck.
George does not want to wear his rain hat.
Peppa! George!
Come inside. The rain's too heavy to play in now.
Oh, George, where's your hat?
Achoo.
George has caught a cold.
Achoo.
Oh, poor little George. You don't sound well.
Don't worry. I'll ring Dr. Brown Bear.
Dr. Brown Bear speaking. I see. Put George to bed and I'll be straight round.
Thank you, Dr. Brown Bear. Goodbye.
Will George be taken to hospital and given medicine?
No. George just has to go to bed.
Oh, so George is not really properly ill. Achoo! Ugh, that's disgusting.
Poor George. Let's get you straight to bed.
George, you have to stay in bed for a bit.
No.
George does not want to stay in bed.
Achoo.
George, you have to stay in bed until you are better.
Why?
Because you have to keep warm.
Why?
Because Dr. Brown Bear says so.
Hello, where's my patient? Open wide and say, "Ah."
George is a little bit worried.
Peppa, you're big and brave. Can you show George how to say, "Ah"?
Of course. Ah. Ah.
George has caught a cold.
Does George need medicine?
No, but he can have some nice warm milk at bedtime to help him sleep.
Thank you, Dr. Brown Bear.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
George has been in bed all day. Now it is Peppa's bedtime.
George, are you better? Achoo!
George is not better.
Achoo! George, please don't sneeze so loudly. This is impossible.
George, here's some nice warm milk to help you sleep.
The warm milk makes George feel very, very sleepy.
Good night, my little piggies.
Ah, it's so nice and quiet.
It is morning. George has slept very well. George is better.
Come on, everyone. It's a lovely sunny day.
George is wearing his rain hat. He doesn't want to catch another cold.
Oh, George, you don't need to wear your hat.
Why?
Because it's hot and sunny.
Why? George, can you stop saying why all the time? Why?
George certainly is better.
George's birthday.
Today is George's birthday. It is very early in the morning.
George, it's too early. Dinosaur. Go back to bed.
It sounds like someone's up bright and early.
Happy birthday, George.
George woke me up.
You woke everyone up on your birthday, Peppa.
That was different. That was my birthday.
And today is George's birthday.
Happy birthday, George.
Here's your present, George.
Ooh. Dinosaur! I knew it would be some sort of dinosaur thingy.
Ho, ho. Squeeze its tummy.
scary.
George, I've made you a birthday card. Can you guess what the picture is?
George cannot guess.
I was going to paint you a flower. Oh.
George does not like flowers.
But in the end, I painted you a dinosaur.
That's a lovely picture, Peppa.
Yes, I'm very good at painting.
Now, we're going somewhere very special for George's birthday treat.
Yippee! Let's go! Where are we going?
You'll see.
The family are setting off for George's birthday treat.
Are we going to the circus?
No, but it's somewhere just as good.
Is it the cinema?
No, much better.
I just can't guess.
Where can they be going?
We're here.
The family have arrived at the museum.
Why are we at the museum?
Come on, you'll see.
What can George's birthday treat be?
George, what do you like best in the whole world?
Dinosaur. Ooh, dinosaur.
George's birthday treat is a visit to the museum dinosaur room.
Silly old dinosaurs again. Dinosaur.
Don't be frightened, George. It's not a real dinosaur.
It's just a robot. Look, I stand on this spot and...
And now, there's another surprise.
All of George and Peppa's friends are here.
Surprise!
Mummy Rabbit has made a birthday cake for George.
Can anyone guess what sort of cake it is?
A dinosaur cake.
It is! What an amazing guess, Peppa!
Happy birthday, George!
There's one last surprise. Follow me.
What is the last surprise?
What do you think it is, Peppa? It's probably something to do with dinosaurs. Oh, what's that?
It just needs to be filled with air.
I know. It's a bouncy castle.
Peppa loves bouncy castles.
But if it's for George, why isn't it something to do with dinosaurs?
It is a dinosaur. A bouncy dinosaur.
Hooray!
George loves bouncy dinosaurs. Everyone loves bouncy dinosaurs.
This is great! Happy birthday, George! Peppa Pig. Pirate Island.
Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and her friends for a day out on his boat.
Everyone on board?
Aye, Captain Grandpa.
Full sail!
See you later.
See you later.
Peppa and her friends are all wearing life jackets.
George, you could wear my pirate hat. Today we are sailing to Pirate Island.
Ooh.
If we're lucky, we might find buried treasure.
Wow.
Pirate Island sounds like a great place.
Land ahoy! Here we are. Pirate Island.
Hooray! What's that?
It's a metal detector. It finds buried treasure.
Ooh.
Grandpa Pig is using the metal detector to find buried treasure.
Aha!
The metal detector has found something.
Let's dig it up.
It's a little coin.
Treasure!
Hooray!
Let's find some more. Aha! We found something else. It sounds big. My goodness, this piece of treasure is quite heavy.
Oh dear, that is not buried treasure. That is a rusty old shopping trolley.
Oh,
Maybe that's enough treasure hunting. Who wants to help build a big sandcastle?
what a good idea, Granny Pig. I'll just check on the boat.
Granny Pig is going to help the children build a big sandcastle. And Grandpa Pig is doing important boat things.
Ah, this is nice. Oh, maybe I'll just close my eyes for a little bit.
Granny and the children are making a big sandcastle. They need lots and lots of sand. They use buckets to make the castle's turrets. What a splendid castle.
Hooray!
Time to go home. Oh, where's the boat gone?
Look, Granny.
Oh no, Grandpa Pig is fast asleep and the boat is drifting away.
We have to wake Grandpa up. Shout as loudly as you can. Grandpa Pig! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh no, Grandpa Pig is still asleep.
Grandpa's too far away to hear us.
We're stuck on Pirate Island. We're castaways. We'll be here for 100 years. We'll have to eat wild fruit and berries. And we'll have to eat insects and slugs.
The parents are here to collect the children.
Oh, where am I?
Hello?
Hello, everyone.
Have you had a nice time?
Yes, actually, I just left something behind. Back in a tick.
Look! There's Grandpa. We're saved! Hooray!
Welcome aboard, me hearties.
Naughty Grandpa Pig. We thought you'd left us behind.
Sorry about that, Granny Pig. Next time, I promise not to fall asleep.
Goodbye, Pirate Island. See you again soon. I love Pirate Island. Can we visit it again?
Oh, of course we can, Peppa.
Hooray! Cuckoo clock.
It is early morning. Mummy and Daddy Pig are still asleep.
Wakey, Mummy and Daddy.
What?
It's time to get up.
It's much too early. Don't you know what time it is, Peppa?
No, Daddy. Our clock doesn't work.
Oh dear. Let's see if we can mend it. Ah, the old cuckoo clock.
Why is it called a cuckoo clock?
There's a little wooden bird inside called a cuckoo.
I've never seen the cuckoo.
That's because we stopped winding it a long time ago.
The cuckoo got a bit annoying.
Oh, can we wind it up again, please?
All right.
Daddy Pig is winding up the cuckoo clock.
There.
Daddy Pig sets the clock to the right time. It is nearly 9 o'clock.
Daddy, can we see the cuckoo now?
You'll see the cuckoo soon.
What does she look like, Daddy?
Now let me think. She moves her head like this. And she flaps her wings like this. And she says, cuckoo!
What a noisy little cuckoo you are, George.
Look, it's going to do something. Wow! Silly George, you missed the cuckoo. The cuckoo was really, really brilliant. She went cuckoo and you missed it.
Never mind, George. You can see cuckoo next time.
But you'll have to wait. Cuckoo only comes out once an hour.
Waiting is boring. Come on, George. Let's play outside.
George does not want to play outside. He is waiting to see Cuckoo. It is nearly 10 o'clock. George has been waiting for Cuckoo for almost an hour.
George, come and play. Mr. Dinosaur wants you to play too. Grrr. Grrr, dinosaur.
George has missed Cuckoo again.
Never mind, George. Why don't you play in the garden? I'll call you when it's time to see Cuckoo.
To you, George.
It is nearly 11 o'clock.
Peppa! George! Time to see Cuckoo!
Quick, George. You can't miss Cuckoo again.
George is running faster than he has ever run before.
George, did you see Cuckoo? Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
Peppa and George love playing cuckoos.
Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
It is night time. Peppa and George are very sleepy.
Cuckoo!
Peppa and George are asleep.
Is it morning already?
No. Time to sleep.
Cuckoo is not very well.
She just needs to sleep, like you and George.
Good night.
Good night, my little piggies.
George, I know how to make Cuckoo better. Wind her up like Daddy did.
Mummy and Daddy are fast asleep.
What?
Mummy, Daddy, we've got something to show you. We've made Cuckoo better. George's friend.
Peppa and her friends are at the playground. Peppa, Susie and Danny are on the roundabout.
Are you all ready?
Ready?
Then let's go!
Faster, faster.
George is a bit too little for the roundabout. He is playing on the swing. Here is Rebecca Rabbit with her little brother, Richard Rabbit.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Can I come on the roundabout too?
Hop on, Rebecca.
Let's go really, really fast.
Richard Rabbit wants to go on the roundabout too.
If Richard gets on, it means we can't go fast. Richard can play with George.
Richard, would you like to play with George?
No.
George is a dinosaur just like yours. Let's go and see.
Richard Rabbit is the same age as George.
Richard wanted to see George's dinosaur.
Grrr, dinosaur.
George, can Richard play with your dinosaur?
No.
Richard, can George play with your dinosaur?
No.
George and Richard do not want to share their dinosaurs.
George, it will be much more fun if you share.
That was really nice of George.
Dinosaur!
George does not like sharing.
Richard, let George hold the dinosaurs now.
Richard does not like sharing either.
What's all this crying about?
George and Richard always cry when they play together. They're just too little to play properly.
Can you two big girls teach them to play together?
Of course. We can help them make sand castles.
Good idea. Let's go to the sandpit.
George and Richard love the sandpit.
George, Richard, today we are going to make sand castles. First, we fill the buckets with sand. We turn the buckets over and give them a little tap. Now we lift the buckets. Hey, presto.
Richard has made a sandcastle.
Hey, presto.
And George has made a sandcastle.
You see, playing together is fun.
Oh dear, this game has not gone very well.
It was your brother's fault. He broke George's sandcastle. Your brother broke my brother's sandcastle first.
Now, you two big girls are meant to be teaching Richard and George to play nicely together.
That's right. We're big girls. And George and Richard are too little to play together properly.
I've got an idea. George, what's your most favourite thing in the whole playground?
Seesaw!
George loves the seesaw.
Seesaws.
It is a bit difficult to play on a seesaw on your own. Richard wants to play on the seesaw.
Seesaw, seesaw, seesaw. Look, George and Richard are playing together. Seesaw, 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 seesaw.
George likes Richard. Richard likes George. George and Richard like playing together.
Seesaw, seesaw. Windy autumn day.
Today, Peppa is going to the park.
It's freezing cold.
It is cold.
Quick, let's get our warm clothes on.
On cold days, Peppa and her family wear their hats and scarves and coats.
I'll put the roof up.
Oh, and let's get the heating on.
Everyone nice and warm?
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Then let's go!
This is the park.
We're here.
Hooray!
Mummy, why are all the leaves red and yellow?
It's autumn time, Peppa.
In the autumn, it gets a bit colder and the leaves change colour.
It's quite windy. Let's play a game to keep warm.
My turn. Oh, it's not meant to go that way.
The wind is blowing the ball along.
The ball is in the pond.
I'll just use this stick to reach it.
Just a bit further, Daddy.
Be careful, Daddy Pig.
Don't worry. I've almost got it. Whoa!
Daddy, is the water cold?
A little bit.
The wind has blown the ball out of the pond.
That's lucky.
Yes. What a stroke of luck.
It's getting even windier. Hold on to your hats.
No, the wind has blown George's hat off.
Don't worry, George. Daddy Pig will catch your hat.
Quick, Daddy. Look, it's in that little tree.
I'll just climb up and get it.
The tree's much too thin to take your weight, Daddy Pig.
So, how can we get George's hat?
Simple. I'll give the tree a little shake. Maybe if I shake it a bit harder.
I thought that sort of thing only happened to me.
It's not funny.
It is a bit funny, Mummy.
I suppose it is a bit funny. Where's George's hat?
It's on your head.
Here's your hat, George. Hold on to it this time.
The wind is blowing all the leaves off the trees.
Look at me. I'm leaning into the wind.
The wind is strong enough to hold Peppa up. The wind is strong enough to hold George up.
Daddy, have a go.
I'm a bit too heavy.
Come on, Daddy. It's really fun.
Oh, all right.
The wind is strong enough to hold up Daddy Pig.
I say, this is fun. Come on, Mummy Pig, give it a try.
But if the wind stops, I'll fall over.
The wind won't just stop.
The wind has stopped.
It's not funny.
It is a bit funny.
Now the wind has stopped, what can we do?
What's your favourite game?
Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. But there aren't any puddles. Just lots of boring, dry leaves.
And what do you do with dry leaves?
I don't know.
Jump up and down in them.
Daddy Pig loves jumping up and down in leaves. Peppa loves jumping up and down in leaves. Everyone loves jumping up and down in leaves.
This is the best autumn day ever. The power cut.
It is evening. Peppa and George are in the sitting room, dancing to their favourite song. Daddy Pig is in the hallway, vacuuming the carpet. And Mummy Pig is in her study, doing important work on her computer.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh,
Mummy! Daddy! It's gone all dark and the music is broken.
and my vacuum won't work.
And my computer has switched off.
Ooh!
Mummy Pig tries the light switch, but the lights do not come on.
It must be a power cut.
What's a power cut?
A power cut is when there is no electricity.
What's electricity?
Electricity is what makes everything in our house work.
Will the electricity come back again?
Yes, but in the meantime, we need to find a torch.
I think there's a torch in the cellar.
OK, I'll go and get it.
Will you be okay, Daddy?
Oh, I'll be fine. I can see very well in the dark. Who put that there?
Oh.
Daddy, are you okay?
Yes, it's just a bit dark down here.
Oh, I've just remembered. I think the torch is in the kitchen. Aha!
Mummy Pig has found the torch.
Can I hold the torch, Mummy?
OK.
George, look at me.
Peppa is making a funny face.
Don't worry, George. It's only Peppa. Oh, we'd better tell Daddy we found the torch.
Daddy is still in the cellar, looking for the torch.
I'm sure it's here somewhere.
Daddy, we found the torch. Luckily, it was in the kitchen all the time.
What a stroke of luck.
Now we just have to wait until the electricity comes back.
How long will that be, exactly?
I would say exactly a long time.
Oh, but George and I want to do some dancing. I know what we can do. We can watch some television. Oh, it won't go on.
The TV needs electricity too.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, now what are we going to do?
In the olden days, when there was no television, children would have to make up their own games.
I know. I need a cardboard box.
What is Peppa doing?
Mummy, will you cut a hole in this box for me?
What for?
You'll see.
Mummy Pig is cutting a hole in the cardboard box.
There you are, Peppa.
Thank you. Now you all have to sit down there. And George, you have to point this torch at me. Welcome to Peppa Pig News with me, Peppa Pig.
Peppa has made her own television.
Today, the whole world stopped working when there was a power cut. And all the electricity was lost.
Very good, Peppa.
Daddy Pig says that the electricity won't be back for a long, long time. Oh!
The electricity is back.
Hooray!
Shush! I haven't finished yet. Switch the lights off.
OK, Peppa.
Good. I have some very important news. The Queen has just found some more electricity and says that everyone can now be happy again.
Very good, Peppa.
Hooray!
Let's dance!
Peppa quite enjoyed the power cut, but she's happy the electricity is back again.
Stars!
It is almost time for bed. Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig and Peppa are having mugs of hot milk.
George, why are you dressed up in that spacesuit? You should be in your pyjamas.
George loves everything to do with space.
Oh. George, take your space helmet off to drink your milk.
Bedtime, little ones.
At night, George likes to listen to his space mobile.
Not space again. It's boring.
Space isn't boring. It's full of stars.
I can't see anything. It's too dark.
It's easier to see the stars from outside.
Can we go outside now?
Peppa, you're in your pyjamas.
Maybe if you put your coats on over your pyjamas, we could go outside just this once.
Hooray! Daddy, why are you lying on the ground?
This is the best way to see the stars. Look at these little stars. Imagine you are joining the dots.
That's called the Big Dipper.
Ooh!
Yes, and the two stars at the end point to the North Star.
Wow! North Star, North Star, are you near or are you far? Can we get there in the car?
No, Peppa. The stars are much too far away.
Are they even further than the seaside?
Oh, yes, but they look a lot closer through a telescope.
Have we got a telescope?
No, but Grandpa Pig has a very good telescope.
Can we go to Grandpa Pig's house now?
It's much too late.
Maybe we can go just this once, Daddy Pig.
Hooray!
It is the first time Peppa and George have been in the car at night.
Look, we're following the North Star.
North Star, shining with a twinkly glow. Please show us the way to go.
Peppa and George have arrived at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house.
Oh dear, I do hope Grandpa and Granny Pig haven't gone to bed.
What are you doing here at this hour?
We want to see the stars.
Peppa and George were hoping they could look through your telescope.
I see. Very well. To the top of the house, everyone. Here she is, old Bess.
Wow!
Grandpa Pig's hobby is looking at the stars.
Now, who's for the first look?
Me! Ooh, the North Star.
We sailors use it to find our way home.
Daddy used it to find his way here.
Oh,
Are there other things in the sky?
yes. This is a planet called Saturn.
Wow, what are those pretty rings?
They are made of rock and ice. Saturn is very, very cold.
We could build a snowman, George.
Quick, look!
Oh.
It's a shooting star. You must make a wish.
I wish that when George is old enough to have his own rocket, he will take me into space. Polly's holiday.
Granny and Grandpa Pig are going on holiday. They are bringing Polly Parrot to Peppa's house so Peppa and George can look after her.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Grandpa Pig. Hello, Granny Pig.
Polly is very excited about her holiday with Peppa and George.
Hello, Polly. Hello, Polly.
Polly Parrot copies everything that is said.
What's in Polly's suitcase, Granny?
This is Polly's food. George, can you guess what Polly likes to eat best?
Chocolate cake.
No, not chocolate cake. Polly likes birdseed.
Birdseed. Can I feed her, Granny Pig? Can I feed her?
Yes.
It's very important not to give Polly too much food.
Yes, Grandpa Pig. Grandpa, can Polly come out of the cage?
Yes, but you must keep all the doors and windows closed so Polly doesn't fly away.
Yes, Grandpa Pig.
Goodbye, Peppa. Goodbye, George.
Goodbye, Granny Pig. Goodbye, Grandpa Pig. Goodbye, Granny Pig. Goodbye, Grandpa Pig. Would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea?
George has got Polly's birdseed.
George, that is too much birdseed. Polly will go very big and burst like a balloon. Pop! Burst like a balloon! Pop!
What's that noise?
Ice cream! Ice cream, hooray!
Oh dear, George has forgotten to close the door.
Ice cream! Ice cream!
It is Miss Rabbit, the ice cream lady.
Hello, Mummy Pig.
Hello, Miss Rabbit. 4 ice creams, please.
Thank you, Miss Rabbit. George, you forgot to close the door. Polly will have flown away.
Don't worry, Peppa. I'm sure Polly is still inside.
Polly's not here.
Oh.
We've lost Polly. Grandpa and Granny are going to be very sad.
Maybe we should try the garden.
Look, what's that?
What has Mummy Pig seen in the garden?
It's Polly!
Hooray!
But, Daddy, how are we going to get Polly down from the tree?
Don't worry, Peppa. I'll rescue Polly. Come on, Polly.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh no, Polly has flown higher up the tree.
Oh, dear.
Be careful, Daddy. Don't fall out of the tree like you always do.
Don't worry, Peppa. I'll be very careful. Come on, Polly.
Birdseed!
I wonder where George is going. George has got Polly's birdseed. Polly loves to eat birdseed.
George has got Polly down from the tree.
Hooray!
What's that noise?
Daddy Pig's mobile phone is ringing.
What? Whoop! Hello? Oh, Granny Pig.
Hello, Daddy Pig. Please, may I talk to Polly?
Yes, of course.
Hello, Polly. Are you having a nice holiday?
Hello, Polly. Are you having a nice holiday? Recycling.
Mr. Bull, the bin man, is collecting the rubbish. It is early morning, so Mr. Bull tries to be as quiet as he can. But Mr. Bull is not very good at being quiet. Peppa and George are finishing their breakfast.
What's that noise?
It's Mr. Bull, the bin man.
Hello, Mr. Bull.
Moo! Hello, everyone. Must be off. Lots of rubbish to collect.
Bye.
Bye! Moo!
Mr. Bull has emptied the rubbish bin for us.
Good. Let's clear up the breakfast things.
Can we help, Mummy?
Yes, you can.
Let's throw this empty bottle in the bin.
Peppa, stop.
What?
We don't put bottles in the rubbish bin. They can be recycled.
What does that mean?
All the things we can't use again, we put in the rubbish bin for Mr. Bull.
But all the things that can be used again are put in these recycle boxes.
The red one is for newspapers, the blue one is for tin cans, and the green one is for bottles.
Peppa, you have a bottle. So which box does it go in?
The green one.
Yes.
This is fun.
Now it's George's turn. Can you find a newspaper for the red box?
George wants to recycle Daddy Pig's newspaper.
Oh, I haven't finished with my newspaper just yet, George. You can have it in a minute. Oh, all right. Here you are, George.
Newspapers go in the red box, George. Now that we have collected enough things, we can go to the recycle centre.
Hooray! Let's go!
Mummy Pig has the bottles. Peppa has the tin cans. And George has the newspapers.
Is everybody ready?
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Then let's go!
Recycle, recycle, we're going to recycle. Tin cans, bottles, newspapers. Recycle, recycle, we're going to recycle.
This is Miss Rabbit's recycle centre.
We're here.
Hooray!
Hello there!
Hello, Miss Rabbit.
Have you come to do some recycling?
Yes, we have.
Jolly good! Carry on!
What's Miss Rabbit doing?
She's recycling all the rusty old cars.
Wow!
Who can tell me which bin the bottles go in?
The green one.
That's right.
And the cans go in the blue one.
Well done, Peppa.
George wants to recycle the newspapers.
OK, George, you can do the newspapers. There. That's enough recycling for one day.
Yes. Let's go home.
Oh, where's our car gone?
Peppa's car has disappeared.
Stand back!
Miss Rabbit is recycling Peppa's car.
Stop! That's our car.
What? Is it really?
Yes!
Our car isn't old and rusty.
Silly me. I just love recycling.
Yes, so do we. But we also love our little car.
Yes, and our little car loves us too, don't you?
Traffic jam.
Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig are making lunch for Peppa and her family.
I've dug up some more potatoes.
Oh, Grandpa, we've already got plenty of potatoes.
You can never have too many potatoes.
OK, but get the potatoes in the oven. The others will be here soon.
Ho, we've plenty of time. It's only 11 o'clock.
Peppa and her family are on their way.
I wish we'd set off sooner. We're going to be late again.
Don't worry, Mummy Pig. We've still got loads of time.
We're always late when we go to Granny and Grandpa's.
Not this time. I've found a new way that avoids all the traffic. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Peppa and her family are stuck in a traffic jam.
Look, there's Danny Dog and Grandad Dog.
Danny Dog and Grandad Dog are in the traffic jam too.
Hello, Peppa.
Hello, Peppa.
We're going to my Granny and Grandpa's for lunch. We're going to be late.
It's 1 o'clock. They're late, as usual.
How are your potatoes doing?
They still need a bit more cooking.
Granny Pig speaking.
Hello, Granny Pig. We're stuck in a traffic jam.
Don't worry. We're running late too. Grandpa's gone over the top with potatoes. See you in a bit. The poor dears are stuck in a traffic jam.
Sounds like I've got time to get a few more potatoes.
Grandpa Pig.
We're moving so slowly. We'll never get to Granny and Grandpa's.
Peppa's right. We have to try a different way.
But there aren't any other main roads.
I know a shortcut.
Bye-bye, everyone. We're taking a shortcut. Bye-bye, Peppa.
Good luck!
Mummy Pig is taking a shortcut to get ahead of the traffic. The shortcut is very bumpy.
This is fun.
Are you sure about this?
Trust me.
Hello, ducks. We're taking a shortcut.
Look, there's the main road again.
Well done, Mummy Pig.
But we're still behind Danny's lorry. Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh dear, Mummy Pig's shortcut has not worked very well.
Good. Lunch is ready.
And most important of all, the potatoes are done.
Lunch is ready, but Peppa and her family are still not here.
Grandpa Pig speaking.
We're almost at your house. But the traffic is still moving at the speed of a snail.
A very, very slow snail.
They're almost here, but they're still in the traffic jam.
Poor dears. The food is going to get cold.
I've got an idea. I'll get my wheelbarrow.
What is Grandpa Pig doing?
Granny Pig, load the lunch into the wheelbarrow.
Aye, aye, Grandpa Pig.
If they can't come to the lunch, we have to take the lunch to them.
Look, there's Granny and Grandpa with our lunch in a wheelbarrow.
Ahoy there! Lunch is served.
Is there enough for Danny and Grandad Dog to have some too?
We've got enough for everyone.
Hooray! Potatoes!
Good job you did lots and lots of potatoes, Grandpa.
Ho, ho! You can never have too many potatoes.
Bedtime.
It is almost bedtime. Peppa and George are just finishing their supper.
Daddy Pig.
Oh, sorry. I'm a bit tired. It's been a long day.
George and I aren't sleepy at all. Can we play in the garden?
But it's almost your bedtime.
Can we play outside for just a tiny bit? Please, Mummy. Please, Daddy.
All right. But you must come in when we call you for your bath. I don't know where they get their energy from.
Peppa and George are playing one last game outside before bedtime.
Look, George. Lots of muddy puddles.
Peppa and George are wearing their boots. They are going to jump up and down in muddy puddles. Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles. George loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Look! The biggest puddle in the world.
What a huge big puddle.
Peppa! George! Bath time!
Daddy, Daddy, Mummy, we found the biggest muddy puddle in the world.
I can see that. Quick, into the bath.
Oh, can't we just play outside a bit longer?
No, it's bath time. Are you and George feeling sleepy?
No, Daddy. We are not even a tiny bit sleepy.
Peppa and George might not be sleepy, but I am.
Me too.
Before bedtime, Peppa and George have their bath. Peppa likes splashing. George likes splashing. Peppa and George both like splashing.
That's enough splashing.
Let's get you dry and into your pyjamas.
Oh, can't we just stay in the bath a little bit longer?
Bath time is over. Now it's time to clean your teeth.
Before going to bed, Peppa and George brush their teeth.
OK, that's enough brushing. Into your beds.
Oh, I think our teeth need a bit more cleaning.
When you're in bed, Daddy Pig will read you a story.
Hooray!
Peppa and George like stories. When Peppa goes to bed, she always has her teddy tucked up with her. When George goes to bed, he always has Mr. Dinosaur tucked up with him.
Are you feeling sleepy now?
No, Daddy. We need lots and lots of stories.
Daddy Pig will read you one story. Now, which book do you want?
The Red Monkey book.
OK, I'll read you the Red Monkey book.
Peppa and George like the Red Monkey book.
Once upon a time...
Oh, sorry, Daddy Pig.
Once upon a time there was a red monkey. And this red monkey had a bath. And cleaned his teeth. He got into his bed. And soon he fell fast asleep. Good night, Red Monkey.
Peppa and George are asleep.
Good night, Peppa and George. Sleep well.
Now Peppa and George are asleep, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are going to watch some television. And now it's time for the amazing Mr. Potato.
I've been looking forward to watching this programme.
The amazing Mr. Potato is always ready for action. He runs fast. He jumps high. He never sleeps. It is bedtime for Peppa and George. And it looks as if it is bedtime for Mummy and Daddy too.
Sports Day.
Today is the school sports day. Peppa and her friends are all here.
The first event is running.
The children have to run as fast as they can.
I think I will win. I can run very fast. I'm faster than you.
Ready, steady, go!
I can run at 100 miles an hour. I can run at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Peppa! Susie! Stop talking and run!
Oh!
Rebecca Rabbit is in the lead. Oh dear, Peppa and Susie are right at the back.
Come on, Peppa!
Daddy!
Rebecca Rabbit wins. And Peppa and Susie are last.
The winner of the race is Rebecca Rabbit.
Hooray! Thank you. I would have won if you hadn't been talking to me, Susie.
Now, Peppa. Remember, it's not winning that matters, but taking part.
Yes, Daddy.
The next event is the long jump.
George and Richard have to see who can jump the furthest.
George, run as fast as you can, then jump as far as you can.
George, ready, steady, go!
George has jumped as far as he can.
And now it's Richard Rabbit's turn.
If Richard doesn't run, he won't jump very far.
Richard Rabbit, ready, steady, go!
Richard Rabbit has jumped further than George.
And the winner is Richard the Rabbit.
Hooray! George, remember, it's not the winning that matters, but taking part.
The next race is the relay. Each child needs to pick a parent to race with.
Peppa, pick me! Pick me!
But, Daddy, you're not very good at running.
I was very good when I was a little piggy.
But now you have a big tummy.
But I can still touch my toes. Nearly.
All right, Daddy. But you must run very fast.
The mummies and daddies will run the first part of the race and then hand the batons to the children.
Mummies and daddies, ready, steady, go!
Run, Daddy!
Daddy Pig is in the lead.
Come on, Daddy! Come on, Daddy! Thank you, Daddy. You did very well. Now it's my turn to
Peppa, stop talking and run!
Oh!
Keep on running!
Keep going!
Go on!
And the winner is Emily Elephant.
Hooray! Oh, Daddy, I haven't won a prize yet.
Don't worry, Peppa. There's still one more event.
And now for the last event of the day, the tug of war. Boys against girls. When I say go, you must pull the rope with all your strength.
The girls will win.
No, they won't. The boys will win.
Ready, steady, go.
Come on, boys!
Come on, pull.
Come on, the girls!
Pull! I am pulling.
Everyone is pulling so hard, the rope is breaking.
Whoa!
And the result is a draw. So both teams win.
Hooray! I love the school sports day, especially when I win a prize.